Ever wondered if you can use shea butter to make soap? We are going to use shea butter to make this soap that is beginner friendly and have a very simple recipe. The cutter that was used to cut this soap is also available, and we'll show you how we got these beautiful shapes that you can see now. Hello, welcome to my channel. I am ZESTA Herbal Soap Skincare and Lifestyle. So to make this soap, we'll be using hot process. You know, shea butter is a hot oil, okay? So our shea butter is about 7.8 liters. That's just about 8 liters of shea butter, okay? So, and to this shea butter, I've already kept my shea butter in the sun, so it's a bit soft. And I'll also be adding palm kernel oil, about 2 liters to it. So I allow the oil to melt and get hot. The pot has a previous soap art made in it, so that's why you're seeing the oil look like that. So there are some small soap pieces inside, okay? So now the next thing you do is to measure your water. I've seen videos of people using excess water for soap. Well, there are different ways of making soap, but for this I'm not using too much water because I want my soap to come out well. If you do it this way, it will be such that your soap will come out hard, and your soap will come out in such a way that even for you to cure it for up to 3 weeks will be too long, because remember that we are doing hot process. So this soap is short in 1 week's time is okay, because you have already cooked it and you use the right amount of light, the right amount of water. So there isn't even much excess water that you're waiting for to evaporate, okay? So now that my oils have warmed up a bit and they've melted properly, I'll now start pouring in my lye water gradually. Remember that this soap is on fire, so don't just dump your lye water inside. Don't just rush it in. If you do that, that's this soap with volcano. And another thing, I'm using low heat. I'm using very low heat because money for gas is not here. Already my lye water is hot. Remember, I didn't ferment it. I didn't keep this lye water for 2 days. Immediately as I'm mixing it, I'm pouring it. So my lye water is hot, my oil is hot, or let me say warm. That will facilitate things to make your soap making easy, to give you smooth texture. In case you don't know, heat plays a very important factor in giving you good texture of soap. That's why even when you make your cold process soap, at times you still cover it with blanket, is it not so? Or at times as you're making it, you cover it so that it will cook itself. So the aim is to achieve that gel, that fine trace with gel, okay? As you can see now, you can see the difference between the former color and this color. The soap is still on fire, as you can see. You can see the color is beautiful now. The soap has gelled properly, and see the texture. That is what heat does to you. Either you use semi-hot process with high heat, or you use active flame just as I'm doing here. And even with that, I still didn't leave it, okay? Because I don't want any lye remaining at all. I want everybody to find their partner to react. So that is my perfume I'm adding, okay? I've already reduced the heat and my soap has cooled down a bit, but I left it in the pot. That was when I added that perfume. Now you can also add your foam booster into this soap. If you're adding your foam booster for this soap, you can add up to 1 liter, okay? I didn't add foam booster to this soap because this is just a simple shea butter soap, even though I added a little bit of herbal powders. Now this is the soap the next day. Usually it's never up to 24 hours, so the soap is strong, very strong, as you can see. You can see it. You can even look at the edges of the mold, and the soap is heavy. Remember, shea butter is on its own is heavy. So the soap was heavy, and I'm using a stainless steel mold. Okay, see how it came out clean and neat. Okay, so that is our soap, and we'll now be cutting it. Depending on the type of customers you have and how much you want to sell the soap, you have to cut it based on the size that you know that it will be easy for your customers to buy. You can see this one, see the clean cut, and this one is a 1-inch cut. Most soaps in the market, most commercial soaps are 1 inch in size. Okay, remember that shea butter soap is good for people with sensitive skin. It's good for babies. It's good for adults. It's good for old people, especially people with sensitive skin. This shea butter will do. There are other things added in this shea butter. Let me tell you the truth that I'm not telling you people here, because this one is my product that I'm going to sell. There are other ingredients. Let me see. Some botanic. Anyway, I've already told you guys myself. I told you I added some other botanicals. So it's not only shea butter that is in this soap. Okay, so you can customize it to your taste such that the soap will be rich and will be good for the skin. So this soap can be used for babies, it can be used for adults, it can be used for old people, and it is moisturizing because of the shea butter. Okay, and remember, why did we add our PKO? We added our PKO so that the PKO will encourage lathering. Shea butter on its own doesn't lather well. You can see my soap, see how fine it looks. So I'm smoothing it, I'm smoothing the top so that it will have an even size and shape. Okay, so this cutter is not for here. This cutter na oba, your soap go come out like say na plot and make am. So I'm trimming the edges because actually the mold I use for this soap is not the mold meant for this cutter. Remember, I used the stainless steel mold, and the stainless steel mold is big, but nevertheless the ones that I cut out, I will still cut them again so there is no waste. So you can see the shape of the soap, the way it comes out. And with this cutter I can pick, I think about 30 something, I'll be 40 at once. I don't even used to count. My own is just to cut, but you pack many at a time. This cutter is bigger than the one we make for sale because I made this one for myself. Okay, but the one we make and sell can cut up to 16, 20 for you at once, so it's still not bad. If you know you're interested in this cutter, please, it is available. We sell this cutter. We can even customize it for you to your taste and to the size of your soap. So you can see how evenly cut the soaps are. The same size, you can see. You can see how nice it is. The same size, all of them. So another thing you might want to know is we teach soap making. We teach body creams, we teach screen printing. We have all in all about 17 different courses. If you want to enjoy your soap making journey, we are your one-stop bus stop. See me dancing as I'm making my soap, cutting my soap. This cutter is such that only you can even work on it. If you're somebody like me that don't have much workers, I think I have only one worker, and I only call the person when work is much. If not, most of the time it's just me and my family and my children, or I alone. If I come back in the evening, the little I can do, I do. That's how I make my soaps. Okay, so this cutter is very comfortable. Only you can work neatly and the work will be fast. Okay, so as I was saying, our classes are available. You can do well to join us. You can chat me up. My number is on the screen in case you want to join our classes, and our classes are worth it. Believe you me, what you will get for 20,000 outside, you will get it for far less with us, and you still get quality. So we are giving you quality at the right price. Okay, so this is our soap. Now this part is optional, okay, but you know presentation matters. This is me beveling the soap out. Okay, I'm using an edge trimmer. It's a very simple device you can make, but will give a huge difference to your soaps. It will give you this ever look. It will give this ever look to your soap. It will make it look less square and well, like I said, I don't want to say unattractive. The square shape is still attractive now, but it will give it beveled edges. And apart from the beveling, you see these small ones that are coming off, this off cut. My next batch of shea butter soap, I will still add it to my next soap, just as I did with this soap. Remember I told you that there are soap pieces in the pot, so there were actually some pieces of a shea butter, previous shea butter soap that were inside. So this will still increase your profit, because this beveling that I'm doing now, at the end of the day, I'm going to get another extra pieces of soap out of it. At least from the quantity of bevel, you can see it. This will give me close to another 10 or 20 if I join it with the off cuts I had when cutting the sides of my soap. And you can see how the soap is shining. I've already stamped my soap. You saw when I was stamping it. You can see how fine the shape is. Magabanmu yan uwana Hausawa, yau za mu yi sabulun wannan da kuka gani mai kyau din nan, an sa mishi man kaɗe da man aledi. Man kaɗan mu lita 8, man aledi lita 2, caustic 1,500, ruwa lita 3.5. Sai ku kalli bidiyon ku ga yadda muka yi shi. To everyone, thank you for watching my videos. Ciao.